Hey everyone, welcome back to Higher Purpose Experiments. I'm Emmy,
And this is Zen.
and today we're going to be discussing the number one sign that you are having a spiritual awakening.
So, spiritual awakening is such a vast topic, right? So, we're not going to be able to cover what it is in one video. So, today we decided to just discuss one of the strongest symptoms that many people observe in their process, and that is, drumroll please,
Dun, dun, dun.
the deconditioning of the mind and all of its programming that we've taken in throughout our lives.
So, what is deconditioning?
Simply put, deconditioning is the cleansing of the filter in which we view reality.
Right, and our filter runs very deep. Humans are conformists by nature, and if you think about this from an evolutionary standpoint, it actually makes a lot of sense. If you're doing things that are contrary to your tribe or could put someone in danger, then you might be shunned from your tribe. And although we have different circumstances today, that same truth is very much internalized, and we are still very much conformists. So, given that truth, we are born into societies that dictate how we should behave, what type of media we should consume, what we should look like, and so on and so on. So these things create our reality and what we consider to be the world.
Yeah, and like Emmy said, it definitely runs deep. I mean, there are some examples of things that might be seemingly more surface level, and it can cut down to the very core of our beliefs about who we are and what reality itself is.
The easiest way to see our conditioning is to look at different cultures. So if we compare cultures, we can see that, some cultures, they sleep with their babies as newborns, and some say that's not good for newborns. Some cultures have a communal mindset where they take care of one another, and other cultures have a mindset that you take care of yourself, and so on and so on. And these mindsets are instilled within us, along with other things that were given by our parents, such as maybe a mindset of lack or a victim mentality, or maybe that the world is our oyster and it's for us to serve ourselves and grow our worldly successes. And these are things that when we begin to spiritually awaken, we begin to see is not truly us. It's not our most authentic version. In fact, they're just things that were given to us that we didn't really have any choice in.
Yeah, and if we continue to go down this path, we find that we find our individuated self, which is the unconditioned self in the world, and that person who's very individuated to their true expression. They're expressing themselves from a different place in the world rather than from a place that is highly conditioned, right? So this type of person tends to shake stuff up in other people, right? Especially if you have groups that you've associated with, family members, and whatever kind of group you might have associated with who has this collective belief. And you might find yourself, kind of like Emmy was saying, in a place where you might be feeling shunned, right? Or outcasted, maybe feeling like you're getting judgment from others due to your new experience of reality, rather than using beliefs that have been given to you to guide your life.
So this deconditioning process is almost inevitable if you are following a spiritual path.
Yeah, I will give an example of how this can happen. The very most basic meditation practice is simply to bring your awareness to your breath. That's it. That's the only instruction. So you're following your breath through the inhale and through the exhale. Your mind wanders, you bring it back. That's it. And this is a process that many people will find to completely change their 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 reality, their view of reality. This can take them all the way. And the breath is something that is unconditioned. So as we bring our awareness to the breath, we find that our conditioning begins to fall away.
Absolutely. And this is not always a lovely process to experience. In fact, there can be a lot of resistance and a lot of pain that we encounter when we are waking up and shedding these layers, because these things used to be who we thought we were. We were very identified with them. And
Yeah. I mean, it's like you have these beliefs, but rather than seeing them as the programming that's running your consciousness, you believe that you are these beliefs.
right. So deconditioning is waking up from the illusion that you are the beliefs and the conditions that have been given to you, and it is uncovering your more authentic version and your higher self.
So what a lot of people tend to find is that as they are stirring up and creating this internal shifting through their practice of choice, that their outer reality also begins to shift in ways that might be quite dramatic, right?
There's a lot of things that manifest itself in order for you to be taken to the next level. So it might be a challenge. It might be losing your job or getting a diagnosis. It might not be a challenge. It might be a new relationship that's wonderful. It might be, coming into your dream job. There's all sorts of scenarios that
your outer
come
life
your way.
is essentially like a reflection of what's going on internally. And when things fall away, I mean, this is the shifting that you're creating internally. And if we can just let go of labeling things as good or bad as they occur, we can reside in a state of non-resistance to this process.
Yeah. And that's a huge part of the path, surrendering and trusting that the bigger picture is leading you towards your freedom, to your more
To your
authentic
core.
self. Yeah.
This can be challenging sometimes, but the goal should be to let go of any resistance to life, to trust life, and be able to reside in this surrendered state of trusting our life, or trusting God, if you'd like.
So, in a nutshell, the deconditioning process is letting go of anything that is not authentically us. It's shedding the layers of conditioning that were given to us and instead trusting our direct experience and our intuition of what reality is. And it's just a big learning process, and it's never ending.
It's a crazy one, but it's awesome. Thank you guys for tuning in, and if you got anything out of this video, please do hit like, and we would love to hear your thoughts and your personal experiences with deconditioning and how it has affected your journey.
Yes, give us the story and all the juicy details, and we'll be sure to respond in the comment section below and let you know our thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you in our next video.
Take care, guys.
Bye!